another one.
One says, ISTQB exam. Oh, we love the ISTQB, don't we? I want to ask if an ISTQB exam is enough to get an entry level job. I'm asking because I really can't afford full degree now. I also have some prior experience being a freelance tester. On a side note, I'm looking for some resources to learn. Are Udemy courses worth it? All right, so we'll start with the latter question. All right, let's put our timer up. Udemy courses are definitely worth it. I have learned so much off Udemy. It's been a great resource for me. You know, like the latest purchase that I did on Udemy was using Flutter, which is and Dart to develop what are they called, reactive applications? I don't know, like where you can one code based and it will develop the Android app, the iOS app, as well as the web app as well. So I'm personally going through that. And at some point we will start doing I haven't really spent much time in it yet, but at some point we will be live streaming the projects for that as we learn that. So you have some prior experience being a freelance tester. I don't really know how much experience that is. One thing I wonder is, how does freelance testing work, right? Because I advise people, go look on Upwork, and I'll be sharing with my Patreon members a list of like 10 freelance websites as well, so that if you want to get some, if you want to apply for some freelance to gain some experience, that would be like you have plenty of resources to look for these opportunities. But I wonder how freelance works, right? Because in a company, you're on a Scrum team, and you're contributing to the new development as well as fixing bugs and stuff like that, reporting issues, testing, writing test plans, collaborating with developers, participating in all the sprint ceremonies and everything like that, right? But as a freelance tester, I don't think you really do any of that, right? Maybe as a contractor you might, but as a freelance tester, you probably don't, and that kind of hinders you getting experience. What I would recommend is, even if you are not working on a team, I would say organize your life as if you just work in the agile methodology, right? Have daily stand-ups with yourself, right? Set sprints. Say, I'm going to, for the next 2 weeks, this is what I plan to accomplish, and then at the end of that, do a review of how the sprint went, as well as do your retrospective to see to get some feedback like from yourself on how it went, and then do a planning for the next sprint, and then start your next sprint. Just like I can't break the whole thing down right now, but that is what you should be doing so that you could get better. And that way you build and manage your tickets through Jira so that you can get some real example. Will the ISTQB exam be enough to get an entry level job? No, it's not enough because it doesn't teach you anything, right? Is it helpful? Probably not, but is it good to have? It depends on the industry that you're looking to go in. Like I said earlier, if you're looking to go into the government sector or some company that contracts, or like look up the job descriptions of what you're applying for. I think maybe like out of 1,000 jobs I've looked at, maybe 2 or 3 of them mentioned ISTQB, and it didn't even say it was required. It'll say it's a nice to have. So honestly, jobs don't really care about it as much as people market it. But passing exams and stuff makes people feel good. They put so much value on passing an exam over learning how to do the actual job and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons that certifications and stuff like that don't mean too much to me. I might decide to get a certification this year, not in ISTQB, but in other stuff that might be more useful. But I didn't think about getting this certification until I noticed how good I was getting with what I was doing, and I'm like, oh, I might be able to get certified in this. But certified or not, I can still do the work, right? And that's why I say like being able to pass a test, nobody cares, right? How many times we see people go pass a test and then they have the highest GPAs and stuff like that, in like useless degrees, and then they go out into the real world and they cannot find a job for like to save their life, right? Literally to save their life, they can't find a job. So that's the bare bone honest truth. Is it enough to get an entry level job? Absolutely not, because most companies don't give a flying hoot about the ISTQB exam. And if they do want it, they're going to have a bunch of other requirements to make sure you actually know what you're talking about. Because, like I said, anybody can pass a test, but not anybody can do the job. All right. So, with that being said,
if you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.